Drone operators of the Madyar division of the Ukrainian armed forces have detected and targeted the soldiers of the occupying Russian army moving on various types of motorcycles. Russian soldiers who were trying to advance in small groups were struck by kamikaze drones. As a result, a large number of occupying soldiers were destroyed together with the motorcycles. Russians tried to hide their wounded fellow soldiers in the forest strip, but could not evade the drones and were eliminated by subsequent strikes. The footage taken from the drone captures a large number of burned motorcycles in a wide area.
The production of the Ukrainian ballistic missile system SAPSAN is gaining momentum, and new surprises await the enemy. This important statement was made by the head of the office of the Ukrainian president, Andriy Yermak, in a conversation with journalists from The Times. The strike potential of the SAPSAN allows it to hit targets located at a distance of about 300 kilometers. At the same time, the mass of the warhead is 480 kilograms, which is twice as much as that of American analogues, such as ATACMS. Some sources note that the real radius of application of the Ukrainian complex may exceed 500 kilometers. When asked whether this development is capable of reaching the Russian capital, Yermak answered confidently, emphasizing that the Ukrainian defense forces still have many surprises for the enemy ahead. "I think we have new opportunities to surprise our opponents," he said. SAPSAN is a Ukrainian mobile operational tactical missile system which was developed by the Yuzhnoye Design Bureau with the participation of other defense enterprises of the country. It includes a self-propelled launcher, a command post, missiles with a range of up to 500 kilometers, and a powerful high-explosive fragmentation warhead weighing about 480 kilograms. The system is designed to deliver high-precision strikes on important strategic targets, including command posts, warehouses, airfields, and other priority enemy targets. As Ukraine enters its fourth year of defending against Russia's full-scale invasion, the country has achieved a significant milestone in military self-reliance with the successful development and deployment of its domestically produced SAPSAN ballistic missile system. This breakthrough represents not only a technological achievement, but a fundamental shift in Ukraine's defense strategy, reducing dependence on Western partners while enhancing the nation's long-range strike capabilities. The SAPSAN, also known by its export designation HRIM-2, is a Ukrainian short-range ballistic missile system developed by KB Pivden and PA Pivdenmash. The system is designed to combine the feature of a tactical missile system and a multiple rocket launcher. The missile system utilizes advanced guidance technology, incorporating inertial navigation integrated with various navigation and guidance systems, including radar-based and optoelectronic components. The weapon is deployed from a 10-wheeled transporter erector launcher capable of carrying 2 containerized missiles simultaneously, providing tactical flexibility and mobility on the battlefield. As Ukraine continues to face ongoing Russian attacks, the Sapsan provides both immediate tactical advantages and long-term strategic benefits. Serious discontent has begun within the inner circle of Russian President Vladimir Putin. This is due to the worsening economic situation in the country. Russian oligarchs are deeply dissatisfied with the Kremlin leadership due to the decline in their income. Recall at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, which took place from June the 18th to the 21st. Officials from various Russian government agencies assessed the economic situation in the country. Most of the comments were cautious, since experts avoid outspoken assessments. However, as economist Ivan Us said on the Freedom TV channel, the country is seeing a decline in production rates, including in the military industry. During the forum, the Russian Minister of Economy stated that the country is on the verge of an economic downturn. He did not confirm but admitted that a recession is near. By the way, many analytical structures that are far from oppositional are talking about this. The very same Center for Macroeconomic Analysis and Short-Term Forecasts, which is headed by the brother of the Russian Defense Minister Belousov, has been writing in its reports for several months now that, most likely, there will be a recession in Russia this year, that is, a decline in production. This is a structure close to the government, and it does not provide all the figures. But if you dig into the figures in more detail, it turns out that the decline in production that is present covers the economy as a whole, but at the same time there is even a small decline in the military-industrial complex. Us said, according to the expert, open reports do not provide a complete picture, but if you delve into the figures, it becomes clear that the decline in production covers almost all industries, including defense. However, the most significant decline in production is observed in the economy that is not related to the military-industrial complex. It's like inflation. That is, when they calculate inflation in Russia, they say that it is around 10%. But if you remove from the inflation indicator the growth in the cost of cars, televisions, computers, that is, all equipment, and leave only food, then inflation will be 20% or even more. People do not buy televisions and cars every day. They buy food. For them, the inflation that they face every day is more important. Therefore, now the Russian economy is already entering a recession. It is beginning to feel it more and more, he explained. He compared the situation to the manipulation of inflation statistics. If you ignore technology and focus on products, the indicator will be much higher. By analogy, with the economy, the population already feels the deterioration, and this is only getting worse. They can't say it directly, but they hint at it clearly, saying that in the current situation, it is very difficult not to fall into a deep crisis. Something needs to be changed from what is happening now, that the Russian Federation is pushing into this very abyss of economic crisis. So far, they are almost saying, stop the war in Ukraine. But, based on the growth of such statements, I do not rule out that in the near future, they will speak more boldly about the fact that if we do not stop the war in Ukraine, then Russia will have a huge crisis. And then it is unknown whether it will emerge from this crisis in its current form, he summed up.